Sometimes I be feeling kinda lonely. Sometimes I be crying on my rollie. Paper. Oh man, my name is Brennan Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my Atlanta Season 4, Episode 6, titled Crank That Killer. Hey, y'all remember how we used to hit the club and do the pool palace and crank that and nobody got shot? Yeah, me neither. Guys, I want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I am going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. And if you happen to like the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, helping me reach my next largest milestone here on YouTube. Another great episode, guys. Another great episode. It was silly. It was fun. It was bizarre. It was all over the place. But overall, I did enjoy it. And I was disappointed with one aspect of the show, which I'll get to it in this spoilery recap, but I don't want to jump too far ahead. But my goodness gracious, this was funny. And what I'm liking so far is we are now past the halfway mark of this season. And for the most part, we're in Atlanta. We got the whole crew back. And I think this is the best way to conclude this season 4 of Atlanta, to give fans what they have been dying for so long. But yeah, man, back in 2006, 2007, during some of my college days, when I was going to a party, when I was going to the club, I was doing the pool palace. I was doing the crank that Soulja Boy and all that. I remember exactly where I was, and pretty much everybody will remember where they were when Soulja Boy came out. And he did premiere in this episode. That was Soulja Boy. At first, I was like, is that Soulja Boy or is that somebody else? But they did have his name at the end of the titles. In the show, instead of calling him Soulja Boy, Al called him Soulja Man, but that was quite funny. I haven't seen Soulja Boy in so long, so he looks quite different. I mean, that was what, 10, 15 years ago? And so the man is grown up by now, so he wouldn't look exactly the same. But it was nice seeing him pop up in this episode. But we're starting out the episode, like I said, we have the crew, or almost all of them. Van is not there. We have Al, we have Earn, we have Darius. And Al is trying to get through these programs, but there's so much on television. And I was laughing. He's like, ESPN, where's ESPN? He's like, man, this is just like a regular remote. And it was funny to me. Darius is giving his 2 cents, but he had the Dare shirt on, say no to drugs on the back of it. But I remember him in season 3 taking all types of drugs and mushrooms and teas and coffees and stuff. But now he has to stay away from drug shirt on. That was quite funny. But I just like the way the episode started when we have these three just kicking it, kicking back. And in season 3, for me, I did not know how big his fame got, how popular he was as an artist. But now in season 4, with us back in Atlanta, I'm assuming this is his house that we're staying over, and it's quite nice. It seems like he has come up a lot, and I'm really, really proud of him. I know in past recaps, I've talked about, hey, he has reached his goal. He is the artist that he wants to be. That's why he had to get a YWA a number of episodes ago, because he has hit the ceiling and he really can't go anymore. That's why he kind of seems depressed. Even in this episode where I heard he said he's rich. And anyway, I'm just saying that because I am happy for him, especially because he had a humble beginning. We all have humble beginnings, because in 2007, when he was trying to make it, when all of these fresh ideas was popping up in his head, he was doing the pool palace. He was doing the crank that dance, just like everybody else in these streets. And it seems like this time it is coming back to get him. Now, I've never heard of Lipstick Alley before, but I guess that is a place where you can go get gossip news, because in this episode we found out that Al does like to look at the news, and I do have those links available, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But Aaron was like, hey, if you want to know what's going on, go to this website. If you want to know who was canceled, go to Black Twitter. If you want to know all the drama, go to the Shade Room. And of course, I have heard of the Shade Room, but I have not heard of Lipstick Alley. This was the first time I've ever heard of this site before. So please let me know down in the comment section if you are familiar with this, and let me know something. But look at this right here, August the 11th, 2007, Crank That Soulja Boy. That is when it started popping off. It says, shaking my head, this shit is getting ridiculous. I don't even know what this YouTube video is going to be, so let's check it out. Oh, it's not available anymore. I wonder what it is. But I was actually looked up to see if there was a Crank That killer out there. Like, was there somebody going around talking about, oh, for all those that made the Crank That videos, I'm going to get my revenge and kill you all. You ruined my life. I was really interested in seeing where that was going to go, but that didn't pop off or anything like that. But I can't wait to get to the killer because that was very interesting to me. But our friend Jay Bird put that up on YouTube, and it is out there with their whole 27 views, Crank That Jimmy Neutron. And there actually is a video on YouTube called Crank That Jimmy Neutron, or the Jimmy Neutron dance Crank That. And I think it's Jimmy Neutron, the animated character, doing the Crank That dance. So if you're interested, go check that out. It is on the internet. It is on the interwebs. You know, and it's also interesting. I wonder what a guy named Doug has on Paperboy, has on Al, because he had his nuts in a Vice grip, it seemed like at one point. The actor's name is Wisdom Allah. I've never heard of him before, but my goodness gracious, man, there was some horrible, horrible beats that you had at the end that I was dancing to at the very beginning of this. And Al has always seemed like he is straight to the point. Seems like he would tell you how he feels without holding back. But for some unknown reason, he was skeptical on being completely honest with a guy named Doug. I mean, this man sabotaged his own studio equipment just because this man wanted to come in and get a song. I would have been like, hey, I'm busy, I'm tired, I got stuff to do, I'm working right now. But he is gonna pull out a bottle of alcohol, I think it's Hennessy, just to destroy the whole board, the soundboard. I'm just like, what? And it was funny looking at Ern like, okay, what the hell are you doing? Obviously, you had to have a good reason for doing that, because he was shocked but stayed calm in that. And he was thinking quick like, oh man, I wish we could, but the board blew up right here. Well, play me something. Oh, the speakers blew up too? Well, you can email it to me. Man, they got the Wi-Fi as well. It's all connected. Like, man, we got to get a track. We got to get a beat. Bro, you need to catch a hint, Mr. Doug. He does not want to do a track with you. You will get the text. You will get the call when he's ready, but I don't ever think that's going to pop up. Now, maybe you guys can help me out in the comment section here, but I really don't understand the significance of Roberto, a gentleman by the name of Adrian Morrow. And I just have to say, you guys, I'm using IMDb right now. I use these in every one of my videos, just about like 98% of them. Somebody in my comment section of last was talking about, you should use IMDb and Google to look up stuff. And I'm just like, golly, you're a moron. But Roberto is up and coming in as well. And I don't remember in season 1 if this is where Al started or Ern in the mall trying to sell free, not sell, but pass out free samples. And this is kind of like how it's circling back around. I don't know, but I really couldn't remember. Just think of the significance of Roberto. They pull up in the mall, his girl, his wife, his baby mama, the mother of his children, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's like, hey, we cannot stay with your mom forever. He works selling samples and is trying to do a rap, and he is not good at it at all. And she's like, hey, we got to do better. I don't understand why they spend so much time on him. And so maybe you guys can help me out with that. That just kind of flew over my head, but I was really just trying to figure out why he has so much screen time. But Darius, you know Darius, he always has the connect. He always has the plug. And he has the Nike man with the plug in the middle of the car. And I have to say this, guys, there ain't no Nikes out there that are worth it. I'm sorry. I am not kissing my friend for no shoes. I mean, maybe if they was worth, if I just knew for damn sure that I could sell these shoes and get like $1 million or something like that, I may have to kiss somebody, my friend, for $1 million, but we would have to make sure blood oath is signed just to make sure that I get my money and I still have my dignity. But this was just so random as hell. I mean, this dude got the shoes, 10 and a half, 11. I don't need no money. I just need to see y'all kiss. Their reaction to that was just so funny to me. It was hilarious. But I don't know why this man in the front seat just has this weird type of kiss shoe fetish. It just doesn't make sense at all. I was laughing my butt off. I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was hilarious. Like I said, I was laughing my butt off at the beginning of this, because that was just so random and obscure for this random man to ask these two people to kiss like this. But hey, everybody has their fetish, like I said. But let me know in the comment section, would you kiss your best friend for some shoes, a purse, a bag, whatever? Let me know down in the comment section. If I was in this situation, I would have to say no. If these shoes, this dude talking about, hey, I just want to see y'all kiss for 8 minutes. then talking about 2 minutes, and they kept cutting back to the scene, and Earn was like, no, F that, F these shoes, it is not that important. Darius, I don't know why you were so comfortable with this, bro, but it was a funny scene, at least in the very beginning. Now, early on in the episode, Al Paperboy was talking about how he likes to look at the news and he's not able to stream it. Darius and Earn was teasing him about it, but at the midpoint of the episode, Al was sitting on the couch scrolling through his phone, looking at some news articles, some links, and I just kind of found some of them interesting. 9 famous people you did not know were bisexual. It's none of anyone's business. Hashtag mermaids are white. Do you really think mermaids are white? Let me know. Let me know. Georgia election. Hashtag crank that killer. Gen Z and Dow Jones. Interesting. Actually, it's not that interesting, but I still wanted to read it to you. But now we have Soulja Boy, Soulja Man, that has popped up, and he is nervous as hell. Hey, we're twins. We got the same hairstyle. His is a little bit longer. Wait on me. But he is nervous. He is trying to move everybody out. He is trying to get across town to his safe form because he does not want to die like everybody else. And hey, I can't blame the man. I kind of wish that everybody in this house would have just grabbed a gun and put their backs up against the wall, but maybe he does not have that much fire artillery at his crib. Now, one thing that did confuse me was the involvement of Roberto. Maybe you guys can help me out. But also, as Paperboy got off the phone, he heard a noise upstairs. Now, I like the way he handled this. He didn't go up there like some stupid horror movie trope. Oh my God, there's a noise upstairs. Let me go investigate and die. Get my head cut off, my throat ripped out, or whatever. He said, I'm gonna look up there. I don't know what it is. He grabbed his jacket and he left. That is smart to me. That makes sense. However, that did not circle back around at the end of the episode. When we got to the end of the episode, Darius and Earn were walking into the house and Paperboy was over with his weed farm plant. They put out the plant. He said he was going to buy a farm, or he was thinking about it. And then they ended up playing a guy named Doug's song, and then it cut to credits. So I don't understand who was upstairs. Was it the Crank That Killer that was about to kill Paperboy? Maybe so. Was it the man from high school that has not let his past trauma go? Maybe as well. I don't know. I kind of wish they would have fleshed out a little bit more, but you let me know in the comment section what you think. Now, this is crazy. This is just where the crap hits the fan. First, we met Roberto in the parking lot. Now, Earn and Darius on the parking lot with the shoe man trying to decide if they're trying to kiss for these shoes that's worth $10,000. These Nike Miracles, but guys, you let me know if you think that it's worth it. And now we have Paperboy inside of the mall getting a pretzel, getting that star fandom. As a star, getting these fans to notice him, and he tries to blend in with a hat with no logo on it. Apparently, that is very difficult because you got your boy over there, Mr. Chris Evans, aka Captain America. Yes, Marvel. Ha ha ha, Tyra. Ha ha, you can't escape Marvel. But Chris Evans is in there, and it looked like him for a split second too. And I was just thinking about the shot from Captain America Civil War where Chris Evans had on the blue block of shades with the hat on, the no logo or anything like that. That is exactly what I thought of with that movie right there. But all of a sudden, this killer from high school, from Al's past, is chasing him down and just starts shooting at him for no damn reason. I mean, what was going on, man? Like, did he give you a wedgie in front of like the prom queen or your first love while you was a freshman in high school? Let me know. But he just starts busting at him. I mean, everybody starts pulling out a gun. You got a woman that pulled out a gun from her baby crib. Old dude is behind the wall shooting, and then another guy's coming swinging with this gun like it's some Call of Duty video game. I'm like, and it's funny, Al's reaction to this, like, okay, what the hell is going on? And I know that there are some people in this country right now that carry guns heavy. If they saw this scene right here, they would be thrilled. They would be happy. They would be smiling ear to ear, because they always say, well, hey, when there is some type of shooting at a mall, a mass shooting, there needs to be good guys with the gun. But it's just going to cause chaos. It's just going to be crazy, and nobody's going to know who the good guy is. And like, the thing about it is, it's so random, this country we live in, and we have a shooting every day, every other day. And this just seemed like it was just no big deal, like just another shooting. Oh, dude picked up a little boy and was using him as a shield. I mean, that's just crazy right there. It makes no sense whatever. And none of these people in this episode can shoot. None of them. Everybody had a horrible shot. And what's crazy is they were positioning themselves with their body to make it seem like they were some expert marksmen, but they wasn't hitting diddly squat. Even at the end, the black dude that could have took out the original shooter right outside the door, he even missed his mark. And then that is where the Nike man, the shoe man, got his head blown off right after Darius and Aaron kissed. I was like, wow, that was just so unnecessary right there for them to do that. If they would have just waited 5 more seconds, they could have got out scot-free without having to kiss nobody. And also, is there something with crackheads wearing sparkly belt buckles? I didn't really catch that reference, but I've never seen a crackhead with a sparkly belt buckle either. But you let me know if that's something that you come across whenever the places you frequent. But going back to the kiss, man, why did they, I don't know, like, I don't know, they were just weird. I don't know why they put that in there. And then the man had a fantasy and he was playing Casey and JoJo and all that. It was just a bit weird to me. You guys let me know what you think. But man, when Roberto ran up on Paperboy trying to rap to him while there's gunfire going on, I ain't never seen a stiff arm like that hard before in my entire life. That was hilarious. Dang near killed the boy. But hey, get out my way. I would have did the same thing if somebody is chasing me blasting too. But I was laughing my ass off, man. I kind of thought that a guy named Doug set the whole thing up, that he was possibly working with the killer, because he was just there so convenient and calm, and he was just so happy. Oh, don't sweat it, man. I'm actually on my way to the studio. I swear, Al, he looked like he wanted to kill himself. I swear, when he was laying like this, I thought he was finna open the door and roll out the car. I would have died if he did that. I was like, no, I am not finna make no track with this dude right here. And they played the music. That was crazy. That was hilarious. But he had to. I mean, the dude did kind of just save his life, but he was trapped. He was trapped. I don't know. It was kind of been interested if the guy named Doug was so crazy. He was like, okay, hey, I want you to go and pretend like you're gonna murder him. You know, don't shoot him, but shoot around him. I'm gonna come outside, scoop him up, make it seem like I saved his life. He's gonna have to do a song with me. I don't know, but they wouldn't put. I don't want to put anything past Doug, the guy named Doug, that would possibly do that. But it wouldn't be surprising me, like I'm saying. But yeah, they back at the crib, and we never really found out what was upstairs. Maybe that was the Crank That Killer. Maybe that was the guy from high school that he still has some beef with. But when they showed the picture of the Crank That Killer, who was that? I thought at first that was the guy in the truck. It looked like him, but when I pressed pause and read the description, I mean, they arrested him. And so the shoe man guy was dead. And so they're not gonna arrest a dead man with a bullet in his head. And so it's just two different completely people. If y'all know who that was, let me know, because I'm kind of confused by that on, you know, his true identity. But Al has some weed plants at the crib, gives one to Earn, and they start playing that song, and man, it is horrible, it is horrible, it is horrible. One of the worst songs, one of the worst beats I've heard in a long time. Sometimes I get a little lonely. Sometimes I cry on my roller. P-A-P-E-R. Yeah, it's trash. It's trash. But it is funny. It is funny. It is funny. And that is the episode, guys. You let me know what you think. I'm glad that we got the 3-man cast, the 3 main characters in one episode. I like that. Hopefully they can continue that with the last 4 episodes. And it really does suck that this is the final season of this. But let me know in the comment section, during that time of 2006, 2007, did you do the pool palace? Did you do the Crank That? Did you do any of these dances? Did you shoot videos of it and upload it online? Of course, social media wasn't what it was back then that it is today. It was very obscure, but I wonder how many of those old videos are still floating around on the internet that maybe some of us are ashamed of. And also let me know if you've heard of Lipstick Alley. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the Shade Room, but this Lipstick Alley site is new to me. But guys, that is Crank That Killer, Atlanta Season 4, Episode 6. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, and if you subscribe, you're going to get some movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, series reviews, a weekly movie news roundup show, interviews, Atlanta, She-Hulk, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and Rings of Power. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.